Hello there. If you're seeing this, I probably have a YouTube name after all. I'm deciding whether I want to do, that's not a good introduction, man. Let's do it the right way. My name is Marius Bindolf, and this is my channel where I speak up and I document, I journal, and I express my life out to the public. These videos are to be used as, I guess, guidance. Maybe I take a wrong step and somebody else can take a different step so that they don't end up in the situation I'm in. Maybe it's for validation or just listening, reasoning, and growing. Instead of journaling, writing down journaling, this is gonna be my version of it. I'm gonna call it my Vournal. My vlog. So, why am I making this YouTube channel? We're gonna do the 5 W's and the H, or the 6 W. We call it the 6 W's. Who, what, when, where, why, and the how. So I did the who part, I did the what part. Now we're gonna do why. Why am I making this channel? I'm making this channel because I've had a series of complications, troubles, successes, discoveries, and a whole plethora of things. For example, a success I had was getting my first nuke ever in Call of Duty. It was crazy, man. I started playing Call of Duty back in 2011. Or no, not even, it was before that. I think my first Call of Duty was one of those old ones. I'm pretty sure it was World at War. I can't remember. All I remember is that it was on PlayStation, one of the older PlayStations, and we couldn't save it because we didn't have a memory chip. So every time we started the game, we had to restart from the beginning. I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% sure. Anyways, yeah, I've had a whole plethora of things happen to me in my life. And another thing is, I want these videos to last for my son and my daughter and any other kin or any other legacy that I and my wife create. So I want this to be something that my dad tried to do, or encouraged me to do. He encouraged me to do it on paper. He even got me a book. I think it was for Christmas or my birthday, I can't remember. But he said, hey, write in this, create a story for your son and let him know how your life was so that you can teach him not to make the mistakes that we made. And it's time I did that, as a father, a 22-year-old father of 2 kids, beautiful 2 kids. Yeah, I definitely want to, guide them correctly. So, who, what, why, when? I'm starting now. Today is August 20th, 2025. Where? We already did the where. It's on YouTube. How videos done. Easy. Anyways, yeah, man, this was a quick introduction I wanted to talk about how I felt today. I felt very, very good to begin with. You know, going into work, very positive. Had my Monster energy drink. It was the blue one. Very good stuff. Probably very unhealthy, but very good stuff. I had a burrito. Skip all the small stuff. The day was pretty good besides the middle. In the middle of the day, I had this feeling that one of my coworkers, you know, he wasn't in today, but ever since he's been near my desk, I've been feeling very drained, and I've been feeling very drained to the point that I'm empty. Like there's nothing else they could drain from me. And it's kind of scary because I'm sitting there and I feel like I'm a ghost. And not ghost as in, hey, you know, nobody's paying attention to me, but a ghost as in, like, I feel dead and I'm not even here right now. That's what I felt. Last night I drank and my wife was like, hey, you know, that's like, it's probably not a good thing to drink if you don't feel good. That's probably why you don't feel good in the beginning. I've been drinking more often recently, and two things that I've noticed is that I haven't gone to the gym in about 2-3 weeks, and with that, I guess I've replaced it with drinking, and my mood has been declining heavily. But going back to what I was saying before, I had this sense, you know, like, hey, they sent out an email saying that he was going to be in by what, 10:30 or 10:30, 11. It was coming to around that time, and you know, instead of having that good, high, positive mood, it started going down. I started feeling that drain, that emptiness getting on me again, or sucking the life from me again. And then they said he was out for the day, and then my mood just instantly bounced back. My new supervisor comes over. I'm buddy with him. Like even before he was my supervisor. We're talking, we're getting to talking. He's validating a lot of my feelings, man, and it honestly just makes me feel a whole lot better about the shit that's going on in my workplace, at my work building. And sorry, man, when you talk, you really gotta drink some water, especially if you like me, you got that dry mouth. But yeah, we started talking. You know, he's validating a whole lot of my feelings because in the beginning, when I first initially joined the flight, I was, you know, very outgoing. I was a rock star. I was finding things left and right, you know, submitting for awards and whatnot, or submitting awards or weekly action reports, and basically showing off, saying, hey, this is how good I am. And then everything started going downhill, you know. My work, wait, no, let me restart. So don't get me wrong. All right, so I had Kyrie first, right? I was working when Kyrie, or after Kyrie was born, of course. And then we had Autumn in the middle of when I was working. So 2 different time frames. But after we had Autumn, I came back from my baby leave, which was like 2 months. And I still have, 19-20 days left of baby leave. So I come back from the 2 months and I'm very quiet. You know, I'm only used to my family, right? And, you know, we have our meeting or whatnot. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just looking around, observing, you know, feeling everything out, trying to get used to the environment and the setting again. As I'm doing that, I start declining in a whole lot of other stuff as well. My work started declining, my mood, my relationships, and, you know, nothing felt right. I didn't feel like I belonged, really. I felt like nobody could relate to me. And I just felt either, hey, I'm way above these people, because positivity, optimism first. Like, hey, I'm above these guys. Like, you know, they're not on my level. And then I started realizing, you know, I need a reality check. I'm giving myself a reality check. It's me. I'm not putting forth the work. I started getting hard on myself, saying, hey, you need to do better. You need to do better, when I'm already giving, you know, 80, 90%. It felt like I was giving 0. And I still feel like it's 0% that I'm giving. But today it was like, hey, don't be hard on yourself, man. Don't. You're doing a very good job. And whatever you are working for, whatever you are doing, you're doing a great job. You can't really force yourself to do better if you're the main person saying, hey, you're not doing good enough, man. Instead of, it almost doesn't really make sense, but let me try to explain it. So say somebody's like, hey, you're doing bad, you need to step it up. Well, now you're like, hey, I thought I was doing good. Let me do better. But if you're in a consistent rhythm of saying, hey, I'm not doing good, I need to do better, I need to do better, you know, you're lowering yourself. And if it's a cycle, it's going to keep on going lower and lower and lower. You got to put forth that determination that you had in the beginning. This is more like what I would tell myself if I could go back in the past. Hey, do not worry about these other people. It's easier said than done, but focus on you, slow down, live life, enjoy your life, and do the best that you can. Not everything needs to be done right now. Not everything needs to be done next week. Not everything needs to be done by the time you're 40. Because everything takes a lifetime to do. Probably even more. You can't expect to have a retirement fund and you're only 20, right? You can't be getting your Social Security deposits when you're 30. You can't be the president if you're 32. I'm pretty sure the legal age to be the president is 35 or higher. I'm just saying, but you can't win everything overnight. Sure, some things are going to be done, but not everything. Sure, your house is going to be clean. What about the front yard? What about your car? You don't have the whole 24 hours You still have to sleep. You still have to eat. So just take it how it's given to you. And then apply that to the window of time that you have. And I say this because I was a rusher. I'm working a slow-paced mission where patience is really a virtue, where patience is needed on a daily, monthly, yearly basis. Patience is needed. Right now, I am working for the long term. I am not working on effects. I am working for the long term, but my mindset was so much of, I need to find this as soon as possible. This could have been done within a day or two by somebody else. You know, it's all random, man. It's RNG, random number generator. You know, I don't know if my kids are gonna be computer geeks like me, but I enjoy my virtual systems. I enjoy my TV. I enjoy my video games. And I enjoy my electronics. And the last thing I want to speak on is screen time, man. Technology is lethal. It's an addiction, and it's a drug. It releases a chemical compound or a chemical within your body called dopamine. When you get that dopamine, man, like that's literally, who doesn't want to be happy, right? Who doesn't want to be happy? When you get that dopamine, suddenly everything goes away. And the only thing that you can stick to is the thing that's giving you the dopamine. Everything feels all right now when you're in front of a screen. So when you're upset, what do you want to do? You want to find something that you know will make you happy. And if you don't know it, your subconscious will. Tracking yourself is hard. Really knowing what's going on with you is hard. Because subconsciously, you don't, or consciously, you don't know that you are, dealing with depression or fatigue or mental fatigue, burnout, or anything. But your subconscious knows. It'll say, hey, man, I'm really fighting right now. Let's go to the phone because I want to watch this. I want to see what's new. Or let's drink because some people, or let's smoke because, some people like the taste. Oh, just because it tastes good. Or let's drink because I like that numb feeling. That's more of a conscious one, though. Some people know they're fucked up when their drinking gets out of hand. That was a genuine joke. I mean, it's not a joke, but like, I wouldn't necessarily call it a pun. But yeah. So if you don't know, your subconscious will know. And it's gonna tell you to do things but it's not gonna tell you why. The root reason why. I'm just gonna say, hey, I want to go on my phone just because I want to go on my phone. But yeah, screen time is lethal. All that to say that it takes time away from my kids. And I hate it. I hate it because it's hard to control an addiction. Your kids want you and you have the screen and it's like, not right now, not right now. But nobody wants to speak that truth. Nobody wants to admit that they're not being a great parent. Like, actually, nobody wants to tell you the issues. They just say, hey, I don't think I'm doing a good job. That's all they say. They don't say, hey, I don't think I'm doing a good job because I have my son in front of the TV the whole day so I can be on my phone. Nobody says that. Nobody says that, bro. So, I just wanted to get this out on my first introduction. I hope that my kids like it, and if you need to, because I know that the attention span is slowly going away and my generation and the two beneath mine. So it'll be a crazy world in the future, and I hope that YouTube sticks around so that you all can see these videos. I love you all, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I want these to be daily. Just upload them to YouTube the same day, but we'll see what happens. I'm out. Peace, y'all. Love you.